So we really need to talk about the WWE Premium Live events in the year of 2025 because they absolutely suck right now. They suck! I mean, first off, we gotta talk about this whack-ass schedule that WWE gave us in 2025. The Royal Rumble was in February. The Elimination Chamber was in March. And lastly, WrestleMania was in late April. Late April! And then, just when your balls barely drop back down from Mania hype, or lack thereof, here comes Backlash 3 weeks later. You think that because, every single PLE has been delayed and pushed forward, like Royal Rumble being in February, Elimination Chamber being in March, and all that stuff I just talked about, you think that after the so-called biggest show of the year, they'd let the stories breathe a bit. But no, here we are, 3 weeks later with WWE Backlash. We really got John Cena versus Randy Orton for one last time, and we had 2 weeks of build-up for it. 2 weeks, or maybe 3 weeks, I don't even know. We had one promo segment between them. Only one promo battle between John Cena and Randy Orton on the road to their match, on the build-up to their match. Like, what? What are you guys thinking? This feud needed like 2 more weeks of build-up. You can't just slap legends on the poster and, call it long-term storytelling. No, that match needed some foreplay, man. Not whatever quick spin and shove that we got. And that's not it, guys. That's not it. Now, not even 2 weeks after Backlash, only about a week or two after Backlash, they're throwing in a Saturday night's main event. And not just that, only about a week or two after that, we're going to be having Money in the Bank. Yeah, that's right, guys. Money in the Bank is right around the corner in June. In June, man, Money in the Bank used to feel like summer chaos with a crazy build-up, crazy qualification matches, and those segments where on Monday Night Raw, every single participant of the Money in the Bank ladder match would all meet in the ring by climbing the ladder and cutting promos and stuff like that. I miss that, man. I miss that. Now we're barely building up to Money in the Bank because it's only like 2 weeks or maybe even 1 week, I'm not even sure, after Saturday night's main event. What is this, man? What is this? And then right after Money in the Bank, we're right back in a Night of Champions. Also in June, by the way. Back-to-back PLEs in June. And Night of Champions, by the way, is the only Saudi show in 2025, which I'm not complaining about, I'm not complaining about it, but it just goes to show you how inconsistent this goddamn company is. Because last year, they made a big deal out of the Crown Jewel Championship and how it's going to be a yearly thing. They made a big-ass deal about it, about how, the title's not even going to leave Saudi Arabia, it's too precious. We're going to leave it there, and instead you're going to wear this giant ring on your finger. And now, we have Night of Champions at the only Saudi show, and Crown Jewel, hear me out, Crown Jewel is now an Australian PLE. The PLE in Australia, in Perth, Australia, is now called Crown Jewel, man. Ooh, who comes up with this? Who comes up with this? Like, maybe if it was in London, okay, yeah, Crown Jewel makes sense. But Australia and the name Crown Jewel, like, come on. Anyways, yeah, getting back to Night of Champions, we really needed King of the Ring, man. We needed King of the Ring this year because of how, trash Raw and SmackDown has been. We really needed to freshen things up a bit with the tournament bangers like we did last year, with the King of the Ring. We had, guys like Ricochet, Sheamus, Gunther, Carmelo Hayes, Randy Orton, they were all cooking on Raw and SmackDown and having bangers, and it really did add so much to the product. And now we're in this position where we need some fresh matches and fresh stories on our weekly shows, so the King of the Ring tournament would have helped so much. You could have had guys like Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, Sami Zayn, all these guys compete in the King of the Ring tournament, and it would have been so good. But no, let's build up to a meaningless Night of Champions that means nothing. And Night of Champions, by the way, it used to be special. Back then it was like, oh, every champion needs to defend their titles in this pay-per-view or something like that. Now, obviously that's not going to happen because of the 5-match format, which we're going to get to later. WWE also has like 69 championships on their roster, so that's not even possible. So this is just going to be a filler PLE that's meaningless. And again, just like every other PLE, we're getting like 2 to 3 weeks of build up for it. Because, it's only like 2 to 3 weeks after Money in the Bank. Like, what is this, man? They can't tell stories anymore. They just can't. We gotta have a PLE or a Saturday night's main event every 2 or 3 weeks. What is this? What happened to letting stories breathe? What happened to building up compelling stories? So I think it's clear as day that WWE cannot build up compelling stories anymore. They just can't. It's getting to a point where they don't even feel like premium live events. There's nothing premium about it. There's really nothing premium about it. Just call them live events from now on, all right? Because that's all they are. There's nothing premium about it because you're not building up compelling stories because, you don't have time to do it. So even if we do get these matches like, John Cena versus Randy Orton and all that stuff that the people had been asking for, and, which is a rivalry that people have been asking for, it doesn't matter because you're going to have like one or maybe two promo segments between those two to build up the match. Like, for example, I used to push for CM Punk versus John Cena at Money in the Bank this year. But after realizing that it's only 2 to 3 weeks after Backlash and only about 1 week after Saturday Night's main event, I've just lost hope, man. I've lost hope. Not just for Cena and Punk, for anything good. There's no way they're going to build up to anything good for Money in the Bank for John Cena. Because, they're going to be building up to John Cena versus goddamn R-Truth for Saturday Night's main event. And then they're going to have, a week or two to build up to Money in the Bank. So it's going to be some filler, random garbage match that nobody cares about. Ugh. And it's not even like these premium live events are any good. It's not like, oh my god, I love WWE PLEs. It's like, I got an insatiable appetite and I want more. It's not even like that, alright? I don't want more WWE PLEs because the WWE PLEs suck. They're not good. I don't enjoy them. And you want to know why? Well, some of y'all may have guessed it already. It's the goddamn 5-match format. The 5-match format. This is a criminal offense at this point. It's like going to a strip club and only getting to see 5 dances. But in between each one, in between each dance, you gotta watch 10 minutes of ads for, Stephanie's Places documentary or whatever that show is. These PLEs are 4 hours long, man. 4 hours long, and only 60% of it is actual wrestling. The rest is just, video packages, commercials, and, coming up next, BS. So let's say you watch a match on the PLE, on the WWE PLE, and you like it. You love it, as a matter of fact. It was great. You had a lot of fun. Wow, and you're all pumped up to watch the next match. But, by the time you get to the next match, you're not even pumped up. The energy has been sucked out of the room because you had to sit through 8 minutes, man. 8 goddamn minutes of commercials. Get out of here, man. Get the hell out of here. And the 5 matches that we get, they all have to be long to fill up the time. Even the ones that shouldn't be. You're telling me that McAfee versus Gunther needed to go 17 minutes? Gunther should have chopped that man once, folded him like his laundry, and just moved on. He should have made him bleed and just moved on with it. But no, dude, you had them do lockups. Goddamn lockups. And you had them put on a 15-minute or maybe more, maybe like 17, 18-minute match for no reason. Nia Jax and Bayley, man. Nia Jax sucks. She absolutely sucks at wrestling and just cannot have long matches because she gets gassed out the second she passes the 5-minute or 7-minute mark. Gunther versus Randy Orton, dude, for Bash in Berlin. Oh my god, dude. That was the most slow, drawn-out match that I've ever seen. So yeah, now we gotta drag each and every single match just to fill up the time. So tell me, how does the 5-match format help? How? I thought they were talking about quality over quantity, right? Or at least that's what Triple H and Mark Shapiro, whoever the hell that is, keeps on saying. Oh, we're quality over quantity. We don't do a lot of matches in our PLEs, but they're high quality. No, the hell they're not high quality, man. So many matches get drawn out for so goddamn long. So don't give me this quality over quantity BS excuse, alright? This isn't quality. It's like WWE's edging us with half a show and calls it elite, calls it great. If you really want to stick to 5 matches, then bring back brand exclusive PLEs so each brand can breathe. Each stories from each brand can breathe. But we know they won't do that because sponsors want all the stars on the show and all that stuff and all the marketing BS. So if that's the case, if you're not going to bring back brand exclusive PLEs, then shut your goddamn mouth and give us more than 5 matches. But no, guys, no. Here we are. 5 matches and 3 hours of ads. One big waste of time. But that's not the only criminal offense that Triple H and WWE are committing when it comes to the PLEs. Because we gotta talk about how the world champions are not defending their titles at PLEs. Jey Uso missed Backlash, and now he's gonna miss Money in the Bank too. You're telling me that the top title on Raw doesn't even get defended on 2 straight shows, on 2 straight PLEs? What is this, the Universal title from 2017? It's like everybody, and I mean every champion, is Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar now. Everybody's got to take vacations. Everybody's got to be part-time. What happened to world champions defending their titles on every PLE? If not every PLE, at least almost every single PLE. Jey Uso, the world champion, is missing back-to-back PLEs. He had a title defense on Raw, which ended in a DQ, and now a garbage match that nobody cares about on Saturday night's main event. And he wants to call this guy the world champion, right? The world champion. Wow, dude. Just wow. And Jey Uso is just an example. Just one example. How about the fact that Gunther, the man that held the World Heavyweight Championship before Jey Uso, he barely defended the title too. He was barely on PLEs, man. Before WrestleMania, well, what was the last PLE that this guy defended his title against? Saturday night's main event? Well, okay, that's not even a PLE if you ask me. So before that, well, what's the last PLE that he did defend the title on? Let's see, Survivor Series. Survivor goddamn series, man. That's in November. So this guy did not defend the title at the Royal Rumble. This guy did not defend the title at the Elimination Chamber. What happened to champions defending their titles in the chamber, man? What happened to that? Anyways, yeah, that's a different topic. I don't want to switch topics right now, but you get the point. This guy's a world champion, well, was the world champion, and he barely defended the title on PLEs. Cody Rhodes, man. Cody Rhodes. This guy had a title defense at Bash in Berlin in September or, late August. And then the next title defense he had was at Saturday night's main event in December. It's clear that WWE just doesn't know how to book, man. They just don't. It seems like after Roman Reigns, everybody's a part-time champion now. No. Absolutely not. Champions are supposed to show up to work and defend their titles consistently. But, I mean, who am I to judge, right? I mean, after all, I'm just a fan, and I'm supposed to be just a fan. We shouldn't be critics, right? Don't be critics, guys. Just be fans. Let's all just turn our brains off and just consume everything that these guys give us. Yeah, guys, let's just do that. That sounds like a bright idea. Do you like that, Triple H? Do you like that? Get out of here, man. Get the hell out of here. So there we go, guys. WWE's 2025 PLEs, a bloated, rushed, over-commercialized mess. Too many shows, zero build-up, 5 matches that drag longer than NXT storylines, champions that forget they're even champions. Look at this, man. What is this? This is not premium. This is nowhere close to being premium. This is just live events. These are just live events. These are just content. And that's the problem. WWE is giving us the OnlyFans version of storytelling. Just enough to keep you subscribed, but never enough to leave you satisfied. So until they fix it, I'm gonna keep bitching. Anyways, that is it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.